Hi, this is Spence and I'd like to share with you what it's like to have an INTJ personality type. So the first thing I noticed as an INTJ is that I don't really like talking about my feelings much. Um, I don't like melodrama. I don't like displays of emotion all over the place in the outside world. It does kind of drive me a little bit up the wall. Um, However, when it's appropriate, I do have feelings and I do express them in some form or another. Now, when it comes to like relationships, people probably see me as cold, distant, insensitive, the guy who looks like he cares but doesn't care. In fact, it's quite strange because I would say that I have a particular way of caring and not caring at the same time, which has its advantages and obviously its limitations. By having a sort of a distant step back from reality kind of opinion of the world, I get to gain a unique understanding of any situation. And however, though, most people are just living in the world, and they don't take time to step back from the world and really kind of gain an understanding. So this is why INTJs usually, like myself, tend to gain a higher understanding about something in the social world or just the world in general. Now I find that whilst it's good to know what you know, which is what most people are like, the INTJ, that's me, I tend to know what I don't know, which is actually more powerful because knowing what you don't know leads to knowing what you need to know what you needed to know, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But basically, it's kind of like the generalist approach to the world rather than the specialist. So anyway, I've got this friend and we and business partner, and we discuss at great length how to take over the world. I mean, how to run a business, and I do see him as Pinky sometimes. I see him as the happy-go-lucky, guy who gets things going, whilst I just stay in my cage or stay in my introverted nature and just I'm the brain. Now, the thing about INTJs and myself is that we generally treat the world like a game of chess, and like the poster you're watching now says, we're always 5 steps ahead of you in terms of we've already figured out the future, the end game, the mid game, the game before the game, and etc. etc. Whereas most people are just living day to day sequentially in order. So when I'm dealing with other people, I find that I generally want to have short interactions unless I particularly like the company of another individual. So it's always a question of, can you just get to the point with what you're trying to ask me and don't waste my time? Because INTJs hate having their time wasted. They hate small talk. We hate small talk. I hate small talk. I don't make small talk, but I could if I wanted to. Now, when it comes to relationships, yet again, I think for INTJ males especially, that's where we get the phrase "nice guys finish last," because it seems to be a trend amongst INTJs that they end up married in their late 20s, early 30s, usually because they've done a lot of research, done a lot of homework, they've done a lot of seeking to understand before they actually live in the world. And so that brings me to the end of this overview, really, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to any feedback you have. Thanks.